What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce. Today is Monday, May 30th of 2022. It is Memorial Day. But guys, we are here to talk about my must-have pickups for this week's new comic book day. And in this video, we always talk about what the best stories that you guys should be reading. So what's in the guts of these comic books. But I just want to let you guys know, I am recording this video actually on May 26th of 2022, which is Thursday. So some of the books that I'm going to talk about today might be delayed. It might not actually be coming out on New Comic Book Day. Guys, I use League of Comic Geeks to get my information, but there are delays sometimes. So I'm going to talk about what I think is coming out based on the information that I have right now. But guys, we're also going to talk about my cover lover picks. These are books that I think are amazing based on just the cover art alone. And that's going to be it. That is my must-have pickups video. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we jump into my cover lover picks, guys, if you go over to League of Comic Geeks and look at the new comic books coming out on June 1st of 2022, you will see that there are 76. That's right, 76 new comics. I am not getting 76 new comics. No, I am pulling 12 from the 76. And I have not caught up on almost all of these books. So I'm going to tell you guys what I think are the best reads based on what I've read so far from those series. And I just want to show you guys how far behind I am. I believe I almost have 2 full short boxes, but let me just go ahead and show you. I know I've shown off this short box before. It is completely full front to back. But if we go down here to the bookshelf, this section right here is completely full of books. I got some prestige formats, some trade paperbacks back there, and there's all those. But if you come over here next to the bed, I've also been stacking up this full box right here, which is from my comic shop. It's a nice deep box and it's overflowing in books. Now, I will say some of those books are multiple covers, but most of them are single issues that I need to read. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to get caught up. I'm going to do my best, but you know what? Life likes to throw wrenches at you and you fall further and further behind, but I'm going to do my best and get caught up. But guys, let's go ahead and dive into my cover lover picks for this upcoming new comic day, which is June 1st of 2022. Alright guys, it is finally time to dive into my cover lover picks. I have 4 books on this list and only one of them. One from the 4 I'm actually reading the series, and the first book up is Strange number 3, the cover A. I think this cover is absolutely amazing. This is done by Bjorn Barends, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, and it features Clea with a bunch of demons behind her. So far, I've only read issue number 1, and I absolutely love this series. And next up, we have Once in Future, number 2060, 1 in 10 Dan Mora variant cover. I was actually reading Once in Future up to issue number 8 or 9, and then I just really fell off the story. But I've heard good things about this overall. But this cover featuring, I don't know, some scary skeleton knight is really, really freaking cool. And I am a huge fan of Dan Mora. I think his artwork is some of the best out there right now, especially some of his DC work I have been absolutely loving. But guys, this Once in Future 1 in 10 is gorgeous. Alright, this next cover is really, really cool. It makes me want to pick up this series. This is only issue number 4, and supposedly there's not a lot of words in this, so this is like a perfect series for me to pick up because I can go through it really, really quick. And I am talking about Step by Bloody Step number 4. This is the cover A. It features the main character, which in the first few covers, she was a little girl. She seems like a much bigger, more mature woman right now, and she's carrying only a part of the robot. What happened to the robot? I want to know. So that makes me want to dive into the series, and that's based just on the cover. See what covers can do for comics, guys? They can make you want to get it serious because I want to know what happened to the little girl in the big robot. Why is the girl so big right now? And why is she only carrying a piece of the robot? This is such a cool cover. It's probably going to get me to pick up all 4 issues. Alright guys, we're down to the final cover, and it is for a new book from James Tynion IV called The Closet Number 1. Now, I'm not talking about cover A or B. There are a ton of covers for this book, but the one cover that really stood out to me was the Stadium Comics exclusive variant cover done by Nuno Pereira, and it features a unicorn, and it features like a bottle of Lysol spray, but it's called Unicorn Piss, and on the side it says piss them off, so it's kind of like an advertisement, I guess, for this spray that's unicorn piss that scares off monsters that are in your closet. I don't know, but this is a really funny, really well done cover. I really like it. I love James Tynion IV. I'm not picking up the series, at least not right now, but I really probably should pick this up because I'm a huge fan of James Tynion IV. Almost every single thing he writes, except for Department of Truth. I really kind of fell off that series, but overall, I really love everything this guy does. But guys, those are my cover lover picks. Let's go ahead and dive in to my top 5 must-have pickups for this week's New Comic Book Day, based on what's in the guts of these books, the story itself. I'm Italiano. Let's go ahead and dive into these books. Alright guys, kicking off this list in the number 5 spot, we have Avengers Forever number 6. This is written by Jason Aaron and art by Jim Tao. I'm just gonna say this, I love Aaron Cooter on this book as the main artist, but it seems like Jim Tao is stepping in, so that way Aaron Cooter can get caught up on some later issues. I believe he's back on issue number 7. But guys, this book is so fun. It's been on this list 2 or 3 times already. This is an Elseworld style tale. We see the heroes we love, but with a twist. Tony Stark as Ant-Man. The Thing is like filled with the Infinity Stones. It's so many little cool twists and turns in this book, but the main really cool thing is that it is connected to the 616. We see Robbie Reyes, the Ghost Rider in this universe. We see Thor's goddaughters, which granted they are from the future, like way off in the future, but they're in this story as well, and they're 616 characters. So there are so many cool things about this book, and it's Jason Aaron. When you got Jason Aaron really just firing on all cylinders, it's a great story. I love this book. You guys should be reading this book. And that's all I gotta say. Read Avengers Forever. It's really good. Next up is my one indie book, and guys, you really need to be reading this book. This book is so good. Now, granted, I've only read issues number 1 and 2, so I'm an issue behind on this book, but this is Distorted number 4 from Salvatore Vivenzo and art by Gabriel Falzone. And guys, this book is so good. Issue number 1 was mind-blowingly good. Issue number 2 was really good as well. The villain that they introduced in issue number 2 was awesome. Such a crazy ass villain. I loved it. I cannot wait to read issue number 3, which I believe is in one of those piles over there. I'm gonna get caught up, Salvatore and Gabriel, I promise, because I want to be on top of your guys' book, because it is one of the best independent books out right now, in my opinion. It is really good. It is from Scout Comics. Be reading Distorted. It's such a good book. And that's in my number 4 spot. Let's find out what's in my number 3. Alright guys, sitting in the number 3 spot, we have Batman Annual number 1 from 2022. This is written by Ed Brisson and art by John Timms. I'm actually really excited to see John Timms on this Batman Annual story, and I'm kind of really excited also to see what Ed Brisson is going to bring, because I've read a lot of his stuff at Marvel, and it's been okay, but I'm hoping what he's going to bring to Batman is going to be really cool. But in this annual, we're going to see Ghostmaker and how his taking over of Batman Inc. is turning out, but the main thing that I'm really excited about is we're going to see the return of Clown Hunter, and he's been under the tutelage of Ghostmaker. And in the synopsis for this book, it says, "And prepare yourself for the evolution of Clown Hunter." This is my favorite character that James Tynion IV created during his run on Batman, so I cannot wait to see what this evolution of the Clown Hunter is going to be. It's got me really excited for an annual, and I'm not a huge fan of annuals. I think they're really just filler stories and a waste of money. But guys, I'm pumped for this one. Do you guys like annuals? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. And are you guys excited for this book? Do you like Clown Hunter? I'm super pumped. Alright guys, sitting in the number 2 spot is Strange number 3. This is written by Jed MacKay and art by Marcelo Ferreira. And guys, if you guys are not reading any of the books that Jed MacKay is writing over at Marvel Comics right now, you guys are missing out. The main book that I'm absolutely in love with is Moon Knight. His Moon Knight run is so good. And I've read the first issue of Strange and it was awesome. I love what he is setting up with Clea, and I'm excited to see where this book goes in the future. I'm not going to fall any further behind that I'm already in. I'm going to read issue number 2. I'm going to get caught up on 3, and this Bjorn Barends cover that was in my cover lower picks is so gorgeous. There's also this Peach Momoko cover that's okay, but man, that Bjorn Barends is amazing. Clea as a Sorcerer Supreme, she's like half demon, half human. It's so cool. At least I think that's what she is. Maybe she's a being from a different universe. I forget what her exact origin story was, but man, seeing her with Wong and what they're doing is so cool. I also just love that she's not as handcuffed as Doctor Strange is. She's more wild and not afraid to really bring the heat with their magic. It is so cool. Guys, check out this book, and also check out what Jed MacKay is doing over at Marvel, because he's writing some really good books over there, and he's a great writer. And I will always say to you guys need to follow people that you really like in the industry. Your writers, your artists, find out what they're doing in other books, in other series, and other publishers, because most likely you're going to enjoy those books as well. Now, to top off this list, in the number 1 spot, we have a book that I really didn't like when I first started reading, but as I went on and on with this series, it is so stinking good. I am talking about Nice House on the Lake, number 9, comes out next week, and I am so excited. This book is written by James Tynion IV and art by Alvaro Martino Bueno. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, but guys, this book is so good. Do you like horror? Do you like sci-fi? Do you like horror and sci-fi mixed together? Well, that's exactly what this story is. It's such a good mind-bending. I'm gonna give you guys a very brief synopsis. There's a group of humans that are put into a house. They all think they're going on a little vacation with one of their friends, and then the world melts around them, and they're the last living humans on the earth. And then they find out that there's more to it than beats the eye. Yes, more to it than beats the eye. Transformers. It is such a good book. It's so creepy. The storytelling is amazing. It's compelling. It's deep. It's really, James Tynion IV does a really good job of like hooking you in character by character, because he kind of focuses on a couple characters each book and kind of gives you a little bit of their backstory and how that is like affecting the story now. It is crazy. I love this book so much. Be reading Nice House on the Lake. It's a great Black Label book from DC Comics, which is strange because you think this would be more of like an Image or Boom title, but no, this is from DC Comics on their Black Label series. But guys, that is it for my top 5 books. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video. Now I want you guys to go down in the comments below and leave a comment. Let me know what your top 5 books that you're most excited about coming out this week on New Comic Book Day, which is only a couple days away for you guys. It's a little further away for me, but it's really not that far. I hope you guys are not as far behind on your reading like I am. I am so far behind. I will find time somehow to read these books. Maybe I'll take a couple days off from work and get caught up. Who knows? But guys, if you guys liked this video today and other videos that I've made and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Hit that bell for notification and smash that like button. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. If you guys would like to support this channel a little more than just by watching and hitting the subscribe button and hitting that like button, guys, you could become a channel member for just $4.99 a month. We're only 2 days away from pulling the next mystery box winner, which is filled with $50+ worth of comic book things. If you guys want to see what I've given up before, check out Comic Book Poser and Whack Comics. They both opened a mystery box. Those are my first 2 winners, and the next 10 seconds are all celebrating my now 7 channel members. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.